this and see just exactly what it's all about. So I have to honestly tell you that the Creator showed it to me and step by step and informed me about it, and then when he gave it to me, he said, "Now you don't have to share this with everyone else, but don't worry, there's going to be some help along the way." So, like I say, I don't tell anybody that I discovered this completely on my own, and that it's just through my own good common sense that this came about. Because, you know, for all the time, it would have come about a lot longer ago for somebody somewhere, and it wouldn't spread all around, and we'd all know how to do it. But the Creator's keeping some things from us until the right time. It's kind of a need-to-know situation for us in these human bodies, and as hard as we're all trying, and as good as we're all trying to be, that's only as good as we can be. But now with this new right spin technique, you could actually live for up to 1,000 years in a healthy and productive physical system, and in the meantime take care of a lot of the cleanup that's going to be required here on this planet shortly.
This, you know, I have no reason to doubt the last statement that you made. You know, I think one of the things that we don't realize, you know, I've been in some of these chats and some of these forums, and they're all arguing over ancient history.
Yeah.
You know, the story of Ron Wyatt finding the blood of Jesus and finding the Ark of the Covenant. You know, a story that you'll never hear on the Jewish-controlled media, because every Jew that tried to move him died. And he said, he made the same statement. He said he was walking in Israel, and his arm shot out, and he told his friend, that's Jeremiah's grotto over there. That's where the Ark of the Covenant is. And he wasn't looking for the Ark of the Covenant. He wasn't he wasn't there in Israel to look for it, to find it. He wasn't thinking about it. It just popped out. It just popped out.
That's the way these things happen. Just pop into your head. I was actually waiting that day to go to work. So, but the thing that it's kind of refreshing.
All right, hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. I'm going to take a call here because I happen to recognize the caller. This is David is my guest today, and I'd like for you to meet my son Trevor Douglas. Hello, Trevor. We're talking about spinning your fluids. Trevor is, by the way, has Meat in Paradise that you can link on my site if you want to get some good meat. And David is an old farmer. Trevor, hello. How are you, son?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yeah, this is what happens. This is what happens when you call during the show. You get put on it.
Glad to hear you're doing good.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Trevor, have you been spinning your fluids?
You know, I can't say if I have. What should I do?
The links are up on my site under David's show here. You can see how he's spinning, but tell him, David.
Well, it takes 3 fingers touching your thumb, and that makes 3 circles of blood, which have south spin electrons in it. And these 3 circles, held next to each other, when it's held up next to the side of your cup for about 13 seconds, the electrical effect goes through the fluid, and it spins the fluid in the same direction, which is what you need to do, is influence your fluid before you drink it. So when it goes through your system, then your urine will turn bright yellow sooner or later, and that means that the fluid's going through and taking out all the impurities that are in your body. One of the problems that I experienced with age is that the urine that was coming out of me eventually started to turn clear and just looked like water, and I started to wonder about this as I started to have to use more and more antiperspirant, and I was sweating more and more as time went on, and this is why, because your system's not allowed to remove these impurities effectively without the south-spun fluid being consumed.
Now, Grump is asking on the chat room, does it have to be in a glass container, or will it go through stainless steel too? In other words, can you charge the water in your metal coffee?
Yes, you could do it through metal and glass, anything, wood, any kind of material you could use it. I don't know whether it would go through with gold or lead, but it will go through everything else. And it's only a milliamp of current, so it's amazing.
So Trevor, how's it up in Colorado, and how's your new niece? How's my new granddaughter doing? Tegan.
Oh, it is great. It is gorgeous today, and your granddaughter is doing amazing. She's super healthy, and I think she's about a little over a month old. So.
All right.
Now it's very important when you have a child to start spinning their fluid every day that they're consuming, because it's like, if you start it when you're 20 years old, you're going to have to do 20 years worth to get back to the zero state. But a child really is starting out in a new body and in a new existence here, and you need to south influence all the fluid that she's drinking.
Good luck. Good luck getting Cameron to do. Good luck getting Cameron to do that.
You just south influence her bottle before you give it to her.
Well, what if she's not drinking out of a bottle yet?
Whatever she's drinking out of. Oh, well, the mother's spun already. Anything that comes out of the mother's body is south influenced magnetically, electrically. So when you start drinking her bottled milk or anything else, water, juice, anything, always 3-finger technique to it for 13 seconds, and that's all the longer it takes. But if you do it to pop her beer for a minute, it makes it go flat. You can taste it.
It'll also make your Coca-Cola go flat. Of course, you don't drink Coca-Cola, but
it'll make your wine. It'll make your wine taste sweet. You can give it to a glass of wine and then compare the taste to the other glass that just came out of the same bottle, and your eyebrows will go up. I'm telling you.
Now, let me ask you this, David. You have said that you've been a farmer. You grew up on a farm, and you raised hogs when you were a child. Trevor grew up eating range-fed beef, and those cows were drinking out of stock ponds scattered around the desert, and he's still selling meat that's range-fed. And is this water coming out of our faucets, because the faucet or the piping that it goes through creates this other spin? Is that affecting the cattle and the feedlots and the corporate farms that I hate?
Yes, it is, exactly. Dogs, your own pet dog is going to be dying from cancer here in a few years, and why? Is because it's drinking the wrong molecular spun water, and it knows it before it drinks it. Like I say in my videos, cats, bats, and insects all spin molecularly to the north, and humans and every other warm-blooded creature spin to the south. And we're giving our dogs the correctly spun fluids, as well as our pigs and our cows and everything else. But the thing about the cows and the pigs and whatnot is we kill them off in a year or two, so the length of their lifetime isn't really important to us for the length. But your dogs, your own dog, if you have an animal around, think first when you give it a bowl of water every day, to south spin that fluid for 13 seconds for the dog. They'll really appreciate it.
Now, does this work? I've got a water cooler now, holds 2 to 5 gallons of water.
Yep.
Can I do the whole jug at the same time, the way I do my coffee pot in the morning?
Just exactly like that, Clay. I do it to every big tank of water I've got in the house. I've got one of those big 5-gallon water coolers, and I just put the bottle on the top and then spin the whole tank. And everybody comes in my house with south spun.
Now, how long does this spin to the water last? I mean, you're spinning when you put it in your glass, so you're drinking it. So that's. But if I'm doing my thing, will that last till the water's gone, or does it revert to the back to the north spin?
No, well, the only thing that can turn it back to north spun is if it's forked through a metal pipe